Blessed is the man that walketh not in the counsel of the heathen, and sitteth in the seat of the scornful. But his delight is in the law of the Lord, and in this law does he hide it sunrise and sundown. Him a go day like a tree planted by the rivers of water that bringeth forth fruit in his season. Him leaf never a go wither, and whatsoever him do shall prosper. Yea! The heathen them now, they saw them there like a chaff, which the wind driveth away. Therefore the heathen them never go turn upon judgment, neither sin among them in the congregation, neither righteous, for the Lord God Jah loveth the way of the righteous, and the way of the sin among them always. And always I will perish. Let the people of the Most High God say, Jah! I remember where twos and threes meet in the name of the Most High Jah. At there, so Jah there. If Jah never build up your house, the builder I go build it in vain. Same way, if Jah never watch upon them same house, when built for you, the watchman go watch it in vain. The name of the Lord is a strong tower, and the righteous run into it, and they be safe. Many are the afflictions of the righteous, but Jah shall deliver him from all of them. And I give thanks and I says unto your name, King of kings and Lord of lords, the conquering lion of the tribe of Judah, Amasa Yahuda, Amasa Negusto Negusto Danielam, Komaya Sataya, Aimana Pio Aya, Keremawe Gromabe. This is the Blackpot, aka Kukushudamo, where we speak truth to power. In every traditional African home, there is a Blackpot. It is not a traditional African home if it has no Blackpot, because this is the food of the whole family. Anytime it rests on the fire. We have something delicious for you today. It's being served from out of the Blackpot, and it's a lot of food today. I need you to gather around, as you can smell the aroma already in the air. It's so sweet. The food is going to be delicious. Are you ready? Remember, we normally don't like to criticize, but if we must criticize, we would only just criticize to build and not to destroy. We are in the service of God and country. And remember, we preach patriotism. We are the masters of Pan-Africanism on TV. We are live on Pan-African TV. Also live on Ghana Web TV. Live also on Loud Silence TV. Live on Black Empire TV, our TV. And I want to say thank you so much for coming. My name, Black Rasta. Remember, via satellite, we are watched all over the continent of Africa and beyond. That is why we cannot afford to let you down when it comes to patriotism. Now, the only solution to Africa's problem is patriotism. Once we inject that into our DNA, Africa will be the capital of the world. True? Let me not jump the gun. This is the Blackpot, aka Kukushonamo. My name, again, Black Rasta. First thing I would like to look at is a very arrogant stance by an arrogant president. Watch it. Ghanaians lucky to have President Akufo-Addo. Somebody else should be saying this. But who is saying this? This is him. You are lucky you have me as president. And this is supposed to be coming from the president of the Republic of Ghana. He is praising himself. Well, maybe he's just a jester. Maybe he's just trying to make a mockery of himself. Or maybe he just wants to bring some comic relief to the people. But whatever it is, we will take it serious. What is the story saying? This is from Ghana Web. And it says, you are lucky you have me as president. President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo said the president made this pronouncement while criticizing the National Democratic Congress NDC for neglecting parts of the country whenever they are in power. Speaking to chiefs and people during his tour to the Upper West and Savannah regions over this week, Nana Akufo-Addo wondered why the Yape Kasogu Road district was still underdeveloped, even though they keep voting the opposition party NDC. You've seen it? Seen it? dash it away. Hear me now, brethren. They do politics with everything. Mohammed's government, the NDC government, has never ceased to be corrupt. In fact, the biggest problem we have in this country, as has been said earlier, is the problem of patriotism. If you are patriotic, you can't afford to be corrupt. If you are patriotic, my brother, my sister, everything that touches Ghana touches you. True? But if politicians would come into power and be playing politics with development, then it's really sad. We have seen how politicians come into power and they think only about serving the people who voted them into power. They are so-called World Bank. They look at which region voted them and which ones did not vote them into power. And they concentrate on those ones that voted them into power. Now, this is an area that has been voting the NDC because Mahama actually comes from that area. Before Mahama, this same area has been voting for the NDC as to why your guess could be as good as mine. But my brother, my sister, when you live in a country where development is only given out when party cards are flashed out, those without the party cards can remain undeveloped, then you are behaving like the stupid colonial master, wicked slave master who came into this country. Should I take you down history lane? Now, when the dirty rapist came into this country and called himself the slave master, or better still, the colonial master, who I call the colonial thief, my brother, my sister, he only brought development in quotes to areas where he could find what he wanted. Gold, diamond, bauxite. Those areas that did not have that, he didn't care about. They could be in the jungle. My brother, my sister, come along, come along. Now, when you look at some of these things, you begin to wonder what really is happening. Politicians are only interested in areas that benefit them. They are not looking at the totality of the country and how areas should be visited with development so that the whole country, in fact, can bridge the gap of the haves and the have-nots, the poor and the rich, the developed and the underdeveloped. No, they are not thinking about that. They do not open an even platform for people to be able to develop and also contribute meaningfully to the country. No, they are looking at who has the party card. Now, Nana Akufo-Addo is saying that Ghana is very lucky to have him as president. In fact, this country would have been better off without Nana Akufo-Addo. I'm not sure if he had told us that he was going to build a cathedral, Ghanaians would have voted him. I'm not sure if he had told us that he was going to be a president who would be flying every night and day and would not tell us how much of our money he was blowing away. We would have voted him. I'm not sure if he had told us that the taxpayer was going to be buying him coffee and milk and biscuits. Ghanaians would have voted for him. I am not also sure that Ghanaians would have voted for him if they knew that they would organize meetings and people would have to pay 20,000 American dollars to meet him. I'm not sure Ghanaians would have voted for him if they knew he was full of tokenism and nothing but rhetorics. One district, one factory. Oh, one village, one dam. Oh, Ghana beyond aid. And all this is nothing but slogans. My brother, my sister, Mr. President, with all respect, you can keep tickling yourself and laughing. With all respect, you can live in a fool's paradise. Mr. President, with all respect, you can decide to be the Don Quixote of this time. You are on a Don Quixote's journey. Until you arrive, you would never know, or probably you will pretend that you are not seeing the mirage of a life you are living. Whatever it is, we leave you here to continue with your life of Don Quixotes. Live there. At the end of the day, we thank God that coup d'etats are no more in this country. In fact, if coup d'etats were still existent and if we had supported coup d'etats, I am sure that you would have tasted a coup d'etat. I am most excited that we don't have it in this country anymore, and that we will never support it in any way, because it's prehistoric. It's barbaric. It doesn't show growth, and it doesn't show democracy. Mr. President, I am happy you are building roads in the north. I am happy you are going into areas that have been underdeveloped. But why is there the need for the politicking? Breaking the eight, winning the next election is what has clouded your imagination. And that is a mockery. When you are feeding an animal because you are fattening it for the next Christmas, you are not doing the animal a favor. You are only doing yourself a favor. In that sense, if you are building roads just to win the next election, you are not developing the people. You are developing your own wicked imaginations. Need I say more? This is the Blackpot, aka Kukushunamo, where we speak truth to power. Dash it away, make we deal with the next thing. Come here. The next thing I would like to look at is another interesting thing. Watch it. This is not a joke. Thief of staff blows more cash on cars. Do we all remember that a couple of weeks back, the Herald newspaper editor came out to brand the chief of staff the thief of staff? Do we all remember how the chief of staff, Frema, that's her name, decided to go to court because of this issue? She asked the editor of the Herald newspaper to retract and apologize. But he said no. And she said, okay, we are going to court. And they seem to be in court right now. My brother, my sister, there's more news coming out. Now, what was the news anyway? In fact, the Herald newspaper alleged that Frema Opari, the chief of staff, had her hands soiled with corruption in some institutions, and she wasn't happy about it. We went into detail about it, so I don't want to go there. Now look at it. This is Ghana Web, and it says what? Chief of Staff's office spent over 210, I beg your pardon, million Ghana cedis on cars in 2020. And this is Akufo-Addo alleging. Look at the headlines again. Chief of Staff's office spent over 210 million Ghana cedis on cars in 2020 alone. Now, who is Akufo-Addo? He's a deputy finance minister, right? That's him. Former deputy finance minister. That's him. In the erstwhile NDC government. This man here was the deputy finance minister. Akufo-Addo. Remember, he was also involved in some kind of controversy. Remember the ambulances that came into the country. Later on, this government, NPP government, found out that the ambulances were actually worthless and useless. They did not merit the reason for which they were brought into the country. They did not have the equipment needed, and therefore, they were sitting in the sun and getting rotten up. It was the same Akufo-Addo, allegedly, who appended his signature for those ambulances to be brought into the country. And we were told that there was no even competitive bidding. They just asked the company to bring in that because some people had to benefit from that. And today they are in court over money that was blown out of the coffers of this country and causing financial hemorrhage to the nation. They are so good at that, politicians. They push us and they direct us where exactly to fall so we can get hurt the most. Thief of staff blows more cash on cars. But what is the story saying? It's an interesting story, and it's from Ghana Web. It says, a Siam constituency, that's right, Dr. Kessel Akufo-Addo, in an interview on Joy News, lamented the fact that the figure was over 100% increment since 2016. He claimed that 90% of the amount had gone into the purchase of vehicles for the office. According to him, such expenditure figures pointed to how the economy of the country continued to be mismanaged under the Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo led government, I can tell you that the amount is not useful. It is just way too much, because I am comparing it to the amount we have spent in previous years. No government has spent this much before. This is what he said. My brother, do you know how much 210 million Ghana cedis is? Do you know what it can do for the hospitals in the country? How many hospitals do we have in the country? Both the major and the smaller ones, owned by government, by the state. If this money was shared equally amongst them, or proportionally, amongst these hospitals, do you know how much development this can bring to these hospitals? They've blown that on cars. You see the entourage of the president alone, and it's like they are going to heaven. They don't care. Driving on bumpy, potholed roads. You see them in their numbers. Thanks to social media, now we see a lot of this every now and then. Everybody is driving a V8. Big cars, my brother, my sister. Fuel, gasoline, G8s. And you look at those things and you wonder what exactly is happening. My brother, my sister, that is what Fremont Paris is saying. That her office has blown 210 million Ghana cedis in 2020 alone, according to the documents Atuforsen has seen. Are we okay as a people? Watch it. Chief of Staff's office spent over 210 million on cars in 2020 alone. How many cars did they buy? What kind of cars did they buy? What were the cars meant for? For officials to drive around? My brother, my sister, it is very unfortunate. Most of the time, when these cars are bought for the officials, when they leave office, they pay something small and take the cars away. Something meager, something like a joke. Yet when they are in office, they still get the chance to get fuel allowance. At the same time, they get car loans. Some of these officials, true? Are we joking in this country? What is the problem with us? What is the problem with us? Watch the headlines. 210 million Ghana cedis blown on cars by the office of the Chief of Staff. Later we are going to revisit this story and you will see why exactly I am so incensed and angry about this. Former Deputy Minister of Finance. This is what is alleging. Could he be right? Could he be wrong? Have they come out to deny this? What are they doing to the taxpayer? Today they are going around contracting loans and their businesses are benefiting from the loans whilst the average Ghanaian is being strangulated. To God be the glory. I have a quote for you. I have a quote for you on spending money aimlessly. When we return, we have many more stories to look at. This is the Blackpot, aka Kukushodum, where we speak truth to power. My name is Blakk RASTA, and I want to thank all our sponsors. I want to thank the wonderful sponsors who keep this program flying. Yes. Now pick up our numbers on the screen. The truth is just one. The truth is always an orphan. When you speak the truth, you stand alone. That is why we need you to be able to support this program, to continue airing. The more you support us, the more we feed the next generation with positivity. The more we change this country. Pick up our numbers on the screen. Send us a WhatsApp message. You can even call us via WhatsApp for free. And let us be that lifeline over your staggering business line. The more your businesses prosper, the more we prosper. This is the Blackpot, aka Kukushonomo, and we are the masters of Pan-Africanism on TV. This is Pan-African TV. We are also live on Loud Silence TV, also live on Ghana Web TV, and live on Black Empire TV. My name, Blakk RASTA. Next thing to look at very quickly. More loans for cocoa. They call it syndicated loans. What does it mean to say syndicated loans? They bring the money, buy the cocoa that has not been produced yet, so that when the cocoa is produced, it will be syndicated. That's my understanding. Whatever they tell you is bookish for nothing. They buy the cocoa that has not been produced yet. Of course, if you are buying the cocoa that is not produced yet, what happens? You buy it lower. So it comes to you in the form of a loan. So that when the cocoa is now produced, you have the chance to redeem yourself from the loan by paying with the cocoa. That's what they call syndicated loans. They say it. They don't take time to explain it to you. So you are just hearing like flies and mosquitoes fighting around your ears. My brother, we have what is called cocoa for January delivery when you are in May, so next year. We have gold for June delivery when you are in August now, right? I'm just giving you examples. It means they are buying the thing now, but they won't take it from you. They will take it next year in January and in June, respectively, so that you bear the cost of storage. When the prices rise, you lose. The prices, they'll make sure that will never fall so that they don't lose. They control what you produce. That's the point I'm trying to make. Our cocoa is the best cocoa in the world. We have the best yams in the world. The Jamaicans are not able to compete with their yellow yam. The Nigerians have tried it in the past. They have never been able to even come near. Every country has its own blessings. The blessing of this country is huge, but we are just a stupid, foolish people. Look at the blessings we have. We have lithium, which has been discovered right there in the central region in huge commercial quantities. We have the best cocoa in the world, given to us on a silver platter by Tete Kwashe, all the way from Fernando Po, now called Bioko, in Equatorial Guinea. Today, even in Equatorial Guinea, there's no cocoa. Not even one pod can be found. One tree with one pod you can't find. It's a blessing. We still have it. But because we are a silly people with no brains and we are not generational thinkers, we are cutting down the cocoa trees and changing the land, turning it over into mining sites. In fact, when you go to Equatorial Guinea, the land that used to harbor, I use the word harbor intentionally, to harbor, not to accommodate. The land that used to harbor the cocoa trees is now blighted lands after the mining had been done. Blighted land is a technical term. It means useless land. Now they saw the cocoa as a certain pest to them. That's why I use the word harbor. They cut everything off, mine the gold. Now they finish the gold. Cocoa is no more there. No plant can even grow there because it's a useless land, blighted land. That is what is going to happen to Ghana. Chinese people came here, destroyed our land with the help of our silly Ghanaian people. Did galamsey, aka illegal mining, using all kinds of poisons. Cocoa farmers were ready to sell their cocoa farms to them for quick money. They finished spending the money. Now they are sitting down there with their hands in their what? Demrifa. Ama musama ekre waka ho. Na mu ye pesemi nkum mu ye greedy. Cocoa is supposed to be a strong heritage of the nation. It's in almost all our currencies. If it's not hidden in the watermark, then it's hidden somewhere that you might not find. Ghana cocoa is the best. But from the time we started producing cocoa up till now, cocoa has never been able to stand independently. We always look for loans. Especially that you have a cocoa minister. And when I say cocoa minister, I mean the minister of the cocoa board and blah, 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 blah. Who does not seem to know his work. That's him, my former lecturer. I'm so disappointed in how he's handling this cocoa thing. He's only happy when loans are coming in. What kind of a leader is this? What is this? This man was one of the most gentlemanly people on campus at UST Kumasi. He taught me for 2 solid years at the university. But I'm so disappointed that with all the book knowledge, you come into the cocoa sector and there's nothing positive happening. It's all about loans. Anyway, show me the headlines. Watch this. Bank of Ghana to receive $910 million. My brother, look at it. 910 million. We are heading towards $1 billion. If you just add 90 million to this, you are getting 1 billion. Bank of Ghana to receive 910 million American dollars of cocoa syndicated loan in October 2022. Minister is happy, he's smiling. Every time they see loans, they're happy. These people are not going to live long anymore, as compared to the children that are coming up. Look at it. The second tranche of $390 million is also expected to be received from November 2022 in February 2023 to February 2023. According to reports, the funds will be drawn down from the Ghana International Bank in London, one of the participating banks in the project. Dash it away. Dash it away. You see, our country is only interested in loans. Such a great country. You don't even own the gift of oil that you had from nature. It's foreigners who are controlling that. Your gold, your diamond, your boxer, it's foreigners who are controlling that. You trust the American and the Italian more than you trust your own indigenous. What kind of a people are you? You are worse than the devil. Now you are talking about loans. Information minister, 2 years ago, oh, loans are coming in, and then to the point that the European Union comes to say that we are not going to support your cocoa anymore. We are not buying your cocoa anymore because your cocoa is poisoned. How is your cocoa poisoned? Because the land that was supposed to be used to produce your cocoa is now used for galamsey, illegal mining. They use poisons, and it's affecting the other lands. And for that matter, your cocoa is poisoned. We don't want it anymore. And China all of a sudden comes out, having helped destroy the cocoa in Ghana with the aid of all those nitwits, embarrassing idiots in power. They come and say, well, we have the cocoa that is not poisoned, and it's the same as the cocoa in Ghana. Yes, it's here. And European Union says, oh, okay. Then we may just come and import from you. Look at this. Dash it away, brethren. Next thing I want to look at, my brother, my sister. Breaks my heart. It breaks my heart. When we return, I have more for you. When we come, I'll be looking at Alhaji Bamba, and Alhaji Bamba has something to tell us. Bring the headline. Alhaji Bamba says something. Watch it. Alhaji Bamba admits abuse of office. This is what I've been talking about. When we return, we'll talk some more.
My name is Waris, but all of you know me as Comedian Waris. I come from a home where cleanliness is not only next to godliness, but a must. We seldom fell ill, and we saved our doctor this headache. At an early age, my mother introduced us to our best gift ever, PJ's Acid Cleaner. PJ's Acid Cleaner kills 99% of all germs and keeps your WCs, marbles, tiles, and concrete floors sparkling new and clean. In fact, you don't need any extra muscle when it comes to PJ's Acid Cleaner. It has all the muscle. When my fiancée, Mamiya, first visited me, I almost lost her. She didn't believe I was single, lived alone, and without a house help. Yet my house had this great fragrance and was always clean. I had to reveal my secret, PJ's Acid Cleaner, my family's greatest gift.
For bulk purchases, please call 0244 624 526 or 0262 233 243.
Am I a sumo?
Yes, Mama Radi.
And you may a king cancer, no. You have my sister Paulina and a day after.
You may a king cancer, no. You better free. Abus chapter.
Hey, babe! Sister Paulina, we're reading glasses here, China, Hebrews.
Hey, madam!
Tina Tet Hayan Herbal Capsule, a drawing Tina Brewati Semi. Me ready, I mention glasses. Obroni Bessie, see clear.
Hey, no crow. Tina Tet Hayan Herbal Capsules, a full supplement for good vision and not recommended for children below 12 years, asthmatic patients, pregnant and breastfeeding mothers.
A drawing baby at Tina Tet Herbal Shop. Hey, now wait. Tina Tet Hayan,
See clear! Luxury home, it's a beauty place for every woman. We do braids, wave caps, weave-ons, nails, pedicure, manicure, waxing, massages. We do everything concerning beauty. So if any lady is thinking about beauty, I believe this is the right place for you to be. We do nail training here. We do brace training, we do wig caps installation, we do waxing. I mean, anything that we do, the services that we render here, we also train people. So if you want to be a master in nails, if you want to be a professional nail technician, this is the right place for you to be. We will train you and make sure you are a professional, not just any nail tech. At Chic Luxury Beauty Home, we train you to be your own boss. We have international trainers who train you to fit in anywhere in the world. We have our one-man training, and we also have 2 weeks. It's between 2 weeks to 1 month, depending on the individual. Whatever you want, we give it to you. At Chic Luxury Beauty Home, we give you quality yet affordable. So come and get trained and be your own boss.
First of all, is a Jamaican. Yes, I'm a Jamaican. I was born in a little parish, a beautiful little parish called Clarendon, outside of Kingston. Everybody knows Kingston, but Clarendon is where I come from. I am a singer, I am an author, I am a songwriter, I am a poetess, and I am an actress. Right? I do the whole, I've been doing it for many years. And so basically that's who I am. I'm anything art, everything art. That's me. You think art and you think Diana. Yeah. I do reggae music, I do inspirational music, I do cultural music, I do gospel, if you call it gospel. You know, I just do uplifting, clean music. Even the 12-year-old can listen to it. You know, or the adult, if you feel like it needs some motivation or so. The kind of music I do will really, you know, motivate you, and that's basically what I do, reggae predominantly. Okay, so the inspiration behind Bed of Roses is this. I actually, you know, bad to bad, as we say in Jamaica, there's that little stigma that has always been going on, that you know, most men are not good men, and you don't really have good men, especially like if they're poor and they can't take care of you. Women have 2 hands and 2 feet too, so you're crippled. You don't necessarily need somebody to take care of you. What you need is a man with a good heart who loves you and who will work with you so you can build an empire. So Bed of Roses is really in the defense of men, and so also to really rewrite the narrative that if a man is poor and can't take care and that is not good. Not good for you, which is a lie. You understand? So there are lots of men out there who don't have a lot of money, but they are good and upright men. You know, they just want someone to work with them and someone to motivate them. And so that song was really, you know, to celebrate good men who don't necessarily have a lot of money.
Nice little ranch down the Ochi. Only for veggie where we plant, me not go hungry. Come and say, don't you move in our pantry. Give me a firm foundation when no Sunday.
Bed of Roses is available to the public on our platform called 16 Bars Multimedia. So on the website it will be the 16BARS M-as-in-Mary.com. So that is 16barsmm.com. Definitely. I am available for live performances any day of the week. So you can contact me on, first of all, you can reach out to me on my Instagram as Empress Diana, and my Diana has 2 N's. So that's Empress, which is D-I-A-N-N-A. So that's Empress Diana, that's my IG. And also you can also, you know, send me a link or something on our YouTube. Our YouTube is the same name of our website, 16 Bars Multimedia. We have lots of work there. You can reach us there, and also you can reach us at 16 Bars 16bars@outlook.com. So that is 16, this time is the word, all spelled out, 16bars@outlook.com. And if you choose, when you go on our website, which is the same 16barsmm.com, you can go to the contact page and send us a message. You understand? And usually we respond within a couple of hours. All right. So that's basically it. And I'm sure at the end of this, you will have a number somewhere to contact us. All right. So that's it. That's what I do. And you know, keep the music locked. Yes, I bless.
Nice little ranch down a Ochi. Only for veggie where we plant, me now go hungry. Come and say, the GMO in our pantry. Give me a firm foundation.
Sorry.
Oh, Doc. Yes, I want to know why I did. We must why she. I've said, do I need to tell you, ma? No, say the young kukru. So, your stomach was up, said the young. Had been so sad, the count. And then crying, meaning said, if you're be forcing, I don't know.
Test results natural say when you malaria on the moji.
Yeah, 3D.
Yes, malaria. Nani yem no so we no here. Tinatet tomac and a tinatet malake. Famano nano ho betono.
Malake, anything at a tumak. I'm on my free.
Tinatet malake, eyama obi a wanya malaria fever. Ena tinatet tomac mixture, eyama obi a wanya indigestion. Yenhwehwemu so wanya malaria and sana wafa edroi. Not recommended for children below 12 years. Pregnant or lactating mothers should consult a doctor.
Go on, Skipper George.
Blackpot, Coco Show.
This is the Blackpot, aka Kuku Shonum, where we speak truth to power. And I go straight to the point. Before we went on that little excursion, we said we're going to be dealing with Alhaji Bamba. Alhaji Bamba admits abuse of office. Who is Alhaji Bamba? That's him. In fact, he was somebody who was working at the presidency. He was at the presidency. Nana Akufo-Addo's government working in there. But now, he is the NPP's blah, 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 one of their posts. What is Alhaji Bamba saying? Bamba admits abuse of office. And watch this. Thursday, 1st December 2005. Bamba admits abuse of office. We went all the way to 2005 to bring this story. I'm going to show you something. Come. What is the story saying? Alhaji Bamba, former Deputy Minister for Presidential Affairs, has confirmed allegations of abuse of impropriety and abuse of office leveled against him while he was in charge of the auction of state property. Nearly 12 hours after denying to the Chronicle that he was involved in a discriminatory award of auction that led to several complaints being leveled against him, Alhaji Bamba, in a radio interview, disclosed that he was discriminatory in the award of auctions, targeting members of the new Patriotic Party to be beneficiaries. It is the NPP who voted for us as ministers of state. So whatever we do, we have to think about the 53% of the NPP people who voted for the party. He stated in response to Radio Gold's James Ajenim Boaten's question last Tuesday. Dash it away. My brother, I teased out this to make a point. Maybe Alhaji does not stand by this anymore. Maybe he has regretted saying this. Maybe his philosophies have changed. But the philosophies of a lot of politicians will never change, will be like that. Let us support those who voted us into power. Remember I said I was going to visit this again? The president is touring the northern region and is telling them, you are lucky to have me as president. I do not know why some people, when they were presidents, refused to develop your land. But we have come to develop your land even though you did not really vote for us. But why do you continue voting for people who do not develop your land? You see? So they are tying development to who votes for you and who doesn't vote for you. Listen to what Alhaji Bamba said. This is an Alhaji. He's supposed to be a pious Muslim. But what does he say? Those who voted for us are those who are going to benefit. Auction cars, they target their party members and give that to them. Those who are not the party members can go to hell. My brother, my sister, what kind of a democracy is this? You claim you have a democracy. And that, oh, Ghana is a full-fledged democratic country. Democracy, my fault. Whoever votes for you and has the party card is the one who will get the auction vehicles. Cars that were imported into the country, for one reason or the other, the owners of the cars were not able to pay the high duties. And for that matter, they prefer to fold their arms and groan in pain whilst their cars change hands. Sad. My brother, my sister, these cars are auctioned and they normally become tokens. I use the word carefully. Tokens for party foot soldiers. Everybody is running to the chief of staff. In every government, they all run to the chiefs of staff. And they write for them. Oh, go. Note. Go. Get an auction car. Hey, there's this car here. Go and get it. Somebody's paying. Why do you not auction it back to the government? So the government can use it. Rather than spending 210 million American Ghana cedis, I beg your pardon, 210 million Ghana cedis to import cars in just 1 year. Have you seen the link? President is running around, running his mouth about how he's developing places that did not vote for him and asking them to now vote for him to break the 8. You see? So the development actually is conditional. Like the example I gave you. If you are feeding the animal and fattening it for Christmas, you are not doing the animal a favor. You are doing yourself a favor. You want to eat healthy meat. That's no favor. Right? If the president is going to develop a place, so-called lean area or gray area, or in America, how do they call that? Flip areas? My brother, my sister, so that they win the next election, it is not a favor. Moreover, is that people's tax money that is being used. The several loans that are contracted, you will pay for that. The people are still going to pay for that. Alhaji Bamba has made it so clear. We have to develop the people who voted for us. Forget about those who didn't vote for us. How would the nation change? I thought you should rather love your enemies. The so-called people who didn't vote for you. How can you get them to like you? You should rather involve them. Make them feel good. Let them see your bright side so that next time they might just gravitate towards you. But if you make them villains, how? Dash it away. Let's deal with the next thing. Come along. Come along, come along, come along, come along. Hear me now. Come along, come along. The next thing I would like us to look at, my brother, my sister, is ridiculous, disgraceful, unanimous FC needs fresh limbs. And who is saying this? Mahama. Watch this. Look at the headlines. Ridiculous, disgraceful, unanimous FC needs fresh limbs. Mahama has made it clear, as has been published. Our judiciary is losing it. People are ridiculing the judiciary And when we say judiciary, we're talking about our law courts, our lawyers, our magistrates, our judges, all of them. Our legal system. It's been ridiculed. It's called Unanimous FC because they seem to be in bed with the ruling government. Anything that comes to their courts, they rule in favor. To the point that the special prosecutor himself had to come out and say, if this is how we want to fight corruption in this country, then we are hitting a brick wall. After the courts denied him the opportunity to freeze the property of Sir John. Bring me that headline. My brother, my sister, it will take a new Chief Justice to repair the broken image of the judiciary. This is Mahama. What's the story saying? From My Joy Online. What's the story saying? Watch it. There is therefore the urgent need for the Ghanaian judiciary to work to win the trust and confidence of the citizenry and erase the widely held perception of hostility and political bias in legal proceedings at the highest courts of the land. Unfortunately, we have no hope that the current leadership of our judiciary can lead such a process of change. We can only hope that a new Chief Justice will lead the process to repair the broken image that our judiciary has acquired over the last few years. Mahama said, continue. Watch this. Former President John Dramani Mahama says it will take a new chief executive to repair the broken image of the judiciary. According to him, leadership of the judiciary lacks what it takes to redeem its sunken image, hence the need for a new Chief Justice. Next one. When you read the story further, it says, in his view, the fact that many citizens continue to ridicule the judiciary as a unanimous FC is a problem which must be addressed. So badly has the image of our judiciary deteriorated that many of our citizenry openly make mockery of the justice system and of our justices. The phrase "go to court" in these days met with derisive loud laughter instead of hope that will truly get justice. Mr. Muhammad Lami, that is true. Dash it away. That is very true. Unanimous FC. Everywhere you go, they say unanimous FC. Laughing at the judiciary. Goat meat loving judiciary. Judges, some judges taking goat meat in order to twist the arms of the law. What a shame. And you claim you have a democracy. If you will be this biased, very biased in terms of the legal system, then you know that you are killing the very foundations of the law. You don't even deserve to be there. All they know is to wear the cat hair on their hair and go there and speak Latin that they themselves don't understand. And call each other my learned friend, my learned friend, my learned. Learned what? You should call each other my corrupt friend. Unanimous FC. I don't believe in a new Chief Justice. I believe in the rudiments of professionalism and patriotism. That's what we need. A new Chief Justice might just be old wine in a new bottle. We've seen it over and over. The judiciary must be independent. In the days when judges were abducted and killed in broad daylight, they fought the judiciary, but the judiciary stood strong. Now, nobody is shooting them. They willingly have sold out their birthright to idiotic political people. Shame on you. Dash it away. This is the Blackpot, aka Kokoshonomo, where we speak truth to power. My brother, my sister, I'm most excited to be with you. Next thing I want to look at very quickly. Today we have a lot on our plate, so we have to be very, very fast. Forgive me if we are rushing through this. Ukrainian grains show supremacy. Yes. One country, Ukraine, is at war, and the whole Africa is in trouble. They even say the whole world. So that means Ukraine must be a very powerful country, right? And even at the University of Ghana, now people cannot study because they are hungry. Food prices have increased. Bush canteen, something that used to sell for 10 Ghana cedis is now 50 cedis. Watch this. price wahala on Legon campus. Our premier university. The students are now walking like Somali refugees. No food to eat. Watch this. Wahala all over the place. Now, according to the Ghana statistical, enlarge this for me so that our readers can also see it. According to the Ghana Statistics Authorities, food prices in Ghana have risen by at least 30% over the last year. Additionally, energy costs have also climbed sharply, with inflation currently running at 30%. And when you read it further, all it's talking about is that grains from Ukraine have delayed. They are no more coming because of the war. And for that matter, one country which is in some faraway place is affecting us because it's at war and we can't eat. What happened to our arable lands? So Africa cannot feed itself anymore? My God have mercy. What a thing. Dash it away. Last thing I want to look at before I go, my brother, my sister, is very dear to my heart. And it's all about animal rights. I've titled it, The Lion Has Feelings Too. Human beings think they are the only important species on earth. In fact, plants are more important than human beings. The plants are supposed to serve as your food. Yet because we are so greedy, we are the only species who will go for other people's mother's milk. The milk of the cow. The calf will be denied its milk for human beings to go and drink cow milk. Some human beings even drink goat milk. Some drink camel milk and they sell that in shops. So wicked people will fatten the cow just for the milk and deny the calf its own milk. And they claim that, oh, they love humanity. Oh, you have to feed your baby 2 years before you. How about the calf? How about the cub? How about the baby of the camel? My brother, my sister, they behave as if they are the only people who have feelings. Animals have no feelings. You slaughter the animals, eat them when it comes to Christmas, it comes to Eid al-Adha, Eid al-Fitr, and all your festivals. It's all about slaughtering and eating animals. We have said it time and again, but you have no mercy for these animals. They have feelings too. Watch. Police investigate death of man attacked by lion at Accra Zoo. Why? When you read the communique sent out by the Forestry Commission where Sir John was stealing lands and his ghost is now resting in hell, my brother, my sister, you will look at how they view animals. According to this story, which you can read for yourself, a man scaled the fence of the zoo and jumped into the lion's cage and decided to steal the cub. That's in some stories. It's not contained in this very one. But this one says he scaled over the fence and found himself in the lion's cage. As to what he wanted to do, nobody knows. But the earlier information was that he wanted to steal the cub. That's the baby of the lion. Watch this. Is this an animal whose baby you can steal? My brother, my sister. So the lion decided to attack. And at the end of the day, long story cut short, the man was killed. When you read that communique, it's interesting. Was the man drunk? Was he just a bad person? How could he jump into the lion's cage without any weapon? It's very, 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 very. Let's think about it. But in the interim, why do you have zoos at all? These are animal prisons. Now you have the lion that likes its freedom. In fact, the lion has the whole of Accra and even more in the jungle. One lion to parade. The lion is an animal that has been made to fend for its food. You come and lock it in a prison, which you call cage or something. They find a nice name for it, but it's a prison. Lock it in there. Reduce it to just a few centimeters of livelihood. Now the animal gets depressed. The animal loses its instincts of hunting. It can't hunt anymore because you bring it some animal. Whether it likes that animal or not, it has to eat it for survival. The other day, Cheddar, who I met over the weekend at Ant's, the French ambassador's send-off party, brought lions, declawed them, detected. What wickedness is this? Why are human beings so wicked? You bring a lion, deteeth it, remove its teeth, remove its claws. These were designed for the animal to survive, eat. You remove the teeth, remove the what, and then you let it, that is a pet. You lock it up in a prison. A lion that has the whole of Accra and even beyond to roam now is confined in a small prison. It is depressed. It loses its hunting instincts. You are only fattening it. It is going to die out of. Why? Any country that has a zoo is a wicked country. Any country that has a zoo is a barbaric country. It tells you what kind of human beings we are. We should rather have animal hospitals. Go into the jungle. Find out which animals are hurt. Bring them to the animal clinic. Heal them and return them to the jungle. That's the best you can do as civilized human beings. Not to bring them there and lock them up in prisons for nothing. They have done nothing wrong. You can lock prisoners there at Insawam. But you cannot lock the lion because the lion is not a criminal. God will punish all of you. As for the guy who was eaten by the lion, I will not proclaim any judgment on him because we don't know what happened. For all you know, he was drunk. For all you know, he was mentally unstable. So I won't pronounce judgment. But all zoos in Africa must be closed down. If human beings want to see animals, they should go to the land of the animals, the jungle. Helicopters can fly and see. Don't imprison animals. It's barbaric. Don't eat animals. You don't need to eat animals before you leave. If you have a party, you can have plants. Mushrooms are there. Hey, beautiful. So many different things you can eat. You don't want that. You want to kill barbarically, shed blood before you eat. Say, oh, the Bible says you should eat. It's all about your religions. I won't talk much. On this note, I want to thank the lion for defending his territory. I want to thank the lioness for defending his territory and protecting his children. I wish I could shake your hand, hug you, and say, oh, God bless you, and open that dirty prison and release you into the wild. As for the zoo authorities and all, you are sick. All of you, the government, all the people who support, you are sick here. You are sick. You should be in the cage, not the animal. Dash it away. Well, my name is Blakk. Rasta time now to go. I appreciate you. I love you. We'll meet on the flip side. Whoa!